Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the second episode of Glow Up With Us. Tanya Philpott, myself, Ashley Schutte, and Kristen Duschel. Today, we're going to be talking about struggles, goal planning, and the upcoming new year, along with nice ways to start your day. So, starting off, Tanya, if you would like to go into a little bit about struggles, what's your biggest struggles in your everyday life?
I'd have to say my biggest struggles would be staying consistent. I do utilize my journal to try and keep track of my progress or degressing, you know. Um, but staying consistent, yeah. And I would say I have y'all ladies to thank and my lovely fiance for constantly supporting me and, motivating me to keep doing good, and that some days we kind of fall off the wagon a little bit, but we just got to jump back on and keep on going.
Yeah, I can agree. Kristen, do you have anything?
Oh yeah. This was hard. I feel like I've been struggling, it's like the struggle, that's why we call it that. But definitely like anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
That's I almost didn't even think that was a thing just because it's so normal for me. That wasn't even going to be like on the list. That was just like built in. But trying to be more consistent, is actually helped. It helps with that. I can manage it a little better. I can feel it coming on. Doesn't last as long. I still, it's really frustrating when I know how to fix it or like what'll make it better, but I literally like I can't do it, Like that's probably the hardest thing, just like sitting there. Going for a walk will make me feel better, but I'm just gonna sit here and think about going on that walk for,
Right.
But now I just like get up and do it. Like if I think it, just do it. Just do it.
Yeah, really. That's the thing. It's like once you don't, the more you think and ponder on things, it's the worst. Like just like even getting out of bed or waking up to your alarm clock, if you don't just roll out of bed, you're gonna be stuck for a couple more minutes. It's like don't even think your alarm goes off, roll out of bed, get yourself out of there before you start thinking because all the time I used to be that way. Once I start thinking like all like I just have a whole bunch of like stress come. But if you just roll out of bed, it's like, well, it's too late. I don't need to get back in my bed now. It's just those thoughts, they're so draining and they're like against us. And that's why it's like we got to take control of them. And so I'm glad you brought that up because that's something that's just crazy. And that goes with anything, not just getting out of bed, but anything. It's like just do it. Don't think
I
about it.
know. I'm trying not to give myself any other options,
Yeah.
Like we know what we want, we have our goals, and there's
That's
no other option.
right. That's right. That's what you have to do. That's good. Do you guys think it's okay to take breaks? Like,
See, that's something that I struggle with, finding that balance. I feel like, I've set these goals and I need to keep going and keep going and keep going. And when I'm going to bed at the time that I should be, I'm constantly battling, like, I should probably be staying up an extra hour and like reading some more or studying up some more on whatever it is that I'm studying. But yeah, I'd say that's a struggle for me. But I think you should definitely take breaks. I think it's good for your mental health, for your physical health, yeah, you should
yeah,
take breaks.
yeah. I
Um, what do they say? Like, work 90 minutes and then take a 20-minute break. Kind of have set up little schedules like that to kind of help better prepare yourself. Just goes better into planning. But also, if you need to take a day,
mhm,
mental health day, like it is okay. But I think it's also important to not isolate because that's probably one of my biggest problems
mhm.
is tending to isolate. And again, it's like it is a self-awareness thing, but it is a little hard to like just you can't just like fix that kind of stuff um, not instantly, but doing this stuff all the time, you definitely need to take a little bit of a break. You gotta rest yourself,
Yeah,
refresh.
yeah, because you don't
Definitely
want to burn
important.
out.
Yeah,
Uh,
no. Because
Because
even if I keep going, I'm having anxiety about not taking that break. Might as well just take the break, get it over with, and just, keep going. And I've definitely been getting so much more work done, just taking a little bit of the pressure off myself. And And then it kind of comes naturally. Like I wake up earlier, I get more stuff done. So then I can take that break. It feels better. You know, I'm not just taking a break all day until I finally decide that I can, you know, start doing things because I feel like it. Like we're never going to feel like it. And there's always more we can do. But I think as long as we're trying to do more, we'll be okay.
That's so true. Yeah, no, it's like sometimes you're not going to feel like it, but you need to do it. And I think it's going to be different for every person because it depends on your habits. It depends on your routines. Like sometimes your routine has those breaks in it. Sometimes people are just starting off and they don't know, like, and they push themselves. So it's definitely, you know, your own little journey and everything. But I do think it's important to take breaks, and you definitely need to have balance and family time. And when it's family time, it's family time. And when it's work time, it's work time. And, you know, when it's friend time, it's friend time. Like, you know, I think that's all very important.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Agreed.
We're talking about starting days off and everything. How do you guys like to, you know, what's the best way you'd like to start your day off? Or
I got this little book right here. It was like $6 at Barnes and Noble. And it's just a bunch of different authors, you know, Einstein, Oprah's in here. And they're just like little messages. I think there's 100. And it's just called Blessed. And it's just like practicing gratitude. And they're really short and easy. So, you know, just every day. I don't get greedy. I only read one a day. But if I do miss some, I will catch up. And I try to reread them too because I don't always like soak it in. So I try to go back a few every so often and reread them. And you'll be surprised how quick this stuff will stick, you know. And then also walking my dog, even if it's a little far, just to go pee. But it's like so hard to have that moment. Like I'm like, oh, I don't want to get out of bed. But then as soon as we go out there and I start talking to him, he's wagging his tail, I'm wagging my tail. And then it's like it's just like such a little like jump start. And I didn't even, again, that's something that I wouldn't even like think. I thought it had to be like something serious, but literally just like taking him to go to the bathroom and then we have breakfast together and then, you know, get the ball rolling.
Right. And I mean, that's good that you have him because it kind of like gets you going, you know?
Oh yeah. And I have 2 cats and they see a little tiny part of their bowl at the bottom. They're like knocking it over. They need more.
That's so great. That's how my cats are.
I have to make sure they're all settled before I can even really start my day. But it's like a nice little sense of like, I don't have, you know, you guys have your kids, so you know what I'm talking about. But
Right.
it was such a good feeling. Sorry, what'd you say?
I said, I'm kind of lucky though. I'm like long gone before the kids wake up. So Ash gets to get all the kids ready for school while I'm already working. But
yeah, 3 a.m.
Nice. Yeah, that's kind of nice for you. Like at least you have your work that gets you your day started, and then you have the whole day once you get done.
Yeah.
So that's good. Like with me, like I'm still kind of trying to figure out my morning routine and stuff. Like before, I have my son come and wake me up like 6, 7 o'clock. But now it's like I shouldn't be waiting for him to get up. You know, I should start getting up and doing my thing. And so something I've been working on is like doing motivational calls and stuff at 6 in the morning, get my mind right, and then you know, just focusing on good things. And one thing is huge after those morning motivation calls. I think it's so important to put my phone away till after lunch if I can, because it's like I sometimes will waste so much time on my phone. You know, I feel like I'm being productive, but it's not really being productive. So it's like I feel like I should get a lot of things done first, like my reading, and like my breakfast. You know, we had to stay healthy. Wealth isn't anything if we're not healthy, and stuff like that. So I think people, the first thing they do when they get up is reach over for their phone. And then what are they doing? Are they scrolling? What are they looking at? You know, how are they starting off their morning? Oh, someone didn't like this. Someone didn't like that. Oh, I didn't get a text from anyone. Oh, no one loves me, blah, blah, blah. You know, like there's more of these negative thoughts, you know, like I don't know what people think about, but you know, and so it's like, don't start your day with not like at your phone, and then you see all the news that people are complaining about. And it's just, I feel like it's a negative environment depending on who you follow and, you know, how your mind works. But that's just some thoughts that I had about it and my morning.
Totally agree. How about you, Tanya?
I did want to touch on what you had just said, Ash, about like you wanting to wake up before your son. I was just talking to Kristen about this before you hopped on the call about how I loved my weekends of waking up super early and I'd like get my coffee and I'd come into the kitchen and sit down and read my book and nobody was awake in the house. Like I'd just let the puppies out and sit down, have my coffee and read, and it's glorious. So I love being able to do that. I just wanted to touch point on that.
Right.
And then where are we at now? What are you asking me?
I mean, let's just mention all those sunset or sunrise video or pictures you.
Oh yeah,
us.
yeah.
That alone is
love
reason.
waking up and doing that for
Mhm.
you guys and everybody on our team, getting to send out motivational videos. I normally get myself ready in the morning, or like at the end of the day. I'm sorry. I'll send out the video that day, and then I'll get ready the next video for the next day, and I save it. So I leave it in there so that I don't have to waste time in the morning being like, oh, I don't know what video, and I normally send them out there by this time, so I'm prepared for the next day and I'm not spending my whole morning on my phone. I'm being productive and getting anything done before I have to go to work. But yeah, I love being able to send those out to you guys. I love that you guys appreciate them and are obtaining something from them. Yeah, that's a highlight of my day.
Yeah, it is. It's
Me
good.
too. Me too.
Yeah, morning motivation calls, personal development,
Mhm.
beautiful life, like you sending photos of like the morning sky and stuff. It's like there's so much out there to be grateful for. That's another thing that I do every morning. I always write down my affirmations and think 5 things that I'm grateful for, whether it's like some easy things that people won't normally think of. But we all have a roof over our head right now. We probably ate dinner today. You still have your significant other or your dog, just like little things that people kind of overthink and take for granted. So that's another thing I do also. But yeah, last thing here, I think we're going to talk about like goals, the importance of goals, and how to prepare for this new year coming up. I'll start this one really quick. I had something just off my mind. I don't want to leave. So, oh, it's leaving. I knew it. I knew it was gonna go. Okay, so the new year. Like and I talk about this all the time with Kristen and other people, and like even my mom. My mom's like, oh, I'll start working out next month when it starts getting a little bit warmer and stuff. And it's like, next month? What do you mean you're gonna wait till next month? Oh, I'll wait till the first day of June. Mom, there's still like 2 months until June. Like, come on, you need to start working out now. Your health is not going to wait for you. So a lot of the time, people will be like, "Oh, I'll wait for my diet for Monday, or I'll wait to exercise for January 1st." It's like, what? What are you waiting for? There's no, and even before I started getting into this stuff, it's like I would do the same thing, and it's just crazy. It's like once you start changing your mindset, why are we waiting? There is not enough life to be waiting. We just don't have time to be waiting. It's insane. So I know the New Year's coming up. Get ready for it now. Get your planner now. I have my 2021 planner now, and it's not even 2021 yet. And just don't wait, because everyone waits. And then before they know it, they didn't even accomplish anything that they ever wanted to start, and so on and so forth. But that's just my feelings about the new year coming up. With goals, I think it's important to write down your goals. It's like goals create a roadmap for success. They are your blueprint. If you don't know what you want, how do you expect to get it? If you don't know what you're working for, how do you expect to get anywhere? You're going to stay in the same spot that you are now if you don't know what you're working towards. Oh, I want you should know what house you want, how many rooms you want. Do you want animals? Do you want a backyard? Do you want a fence? Do you want a basement? Are you moving your parents in? Do you want this? You should know this. Like, it's just, and people don't think about it, but I feel really passionate about all that. So that's just like, you have to know, because if it's out of sight, it's out of mind. You have to have pictures. You have to know. If it's out of sight, it's out of mind. Everything starts in your mind. Write it down and then work towards it. But
Yeah, I've definitely lived most of my life just go with the flow. You know, that's like go with the flow, go with the flow. I never ever had any sort of.
Same.
I was a lifer, you know, the restaurant industry. Like, I can't believe that I ever thought that was a thing. No way, Jose. Like,
Yeah.
and I
Oh
think
my
that was,
God. Says that the only thing that limits us is like ourselves. We stop ourselves from this because I don't even know why. What makes us think this way, that we are only worth this
yeah, who
9 to
made that
5,
up?
like living paycheck to paycheck. Yeah, who? That's the American dream.
Yeah,
9 to 5,
like,
white picket fence. Like, no.
where's this,
That's
like, I just want to know where this, I always ask people, like, who made up these rules? Like, so I put on my desk, I have like these colored stickers, and I was just writing all this stuff. And one was like, make rules for yourself, you know, like don't overvalue other people's opinions
Yeah.
or at all. You know what I mean? Like if you don't want the bad, you can like take the good, like Gary Vee says. Hi, Gary Vee.
Right. Soon.
yeah, right?
But yeah, like you really need to do it for yourself.
You do.
Like, and it will click. Like there is that defining moment in a lot of books, that magic, you know? And when you're reading it, you're like, yeah, it's just, and then it happens and you're like, yeah, they were right. Like, that's what they meant. And it's just, oh, it's the best feeling. And then it happens over and over again. You know, it's not just like a one-time thing. But if it is a one-time thing, like you're not doing enough.
Yeah.
That's when you're like, oh, I got lucky. Like, no, we're making our own luck, planning. Oh, we got big plans. I'm so excited for the new year.
And really quick, sorry, I just don't want to forget, but what you're talking about, it's like, and then that's another thing with the new year coming up, like people will set those exercise goals or whatever it is, and you know they'll keep at it for like maybe a week or you know maybe a month or maybe even 3 months, but probably not 3 months, you know, just because that's how people are. And what they do is they quit, and then maybe they'll like, oh, I'll try next year, and it's like just because you failed or you quit, like you didn't truly fail until you just don't even try anymore. It's like you have to. Who cares? You know, who cares you didn't go to the gym one day? You know, go the next day. Restart. It's like so funny. I'll do these 90-day sprints, and right on here, I'm not gonna, let's see if I have anything. Okay, so right on here, I have like a spreadsheet on like stuff I need to do every day, and it says day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and even like when I mess up, I'll go back to day 1 until I consecutively do it for 90 days. You know, it's like I'm not just gonna give up. You have to keep trying. It's important, you know. That's what my gratitudes and everything was on, but that just made me think of that because it's like, and then people, they do it for a couple days and they just give up. It's like, stop giving up.
Yeah, and I think the other important thing is like you'll find your own way. Like we don't all have to do it the same way, you know? Like I'm gonna get a planner, but it's gonna look a lot different than your planners.
Right.
You know, I try to do the goal thing, and I like to have little pads like this because I'm always just jotting down notes. Every time I hear something, I'm like grabbing my pen and my paper, and it's always scribbled. But what I do is eventually, like at the end of the week, I go back and then I organize those thoughts into the proper journals.
Mm-hmm.
Like I might not get to it that day, or I might not, but I know I wrote it down somewhere, and I'll eventually, you know, put it in its right place. But yeah, like there's your own. You got your own. Yeah,
That's
it's all. Yeah, no rules.
No, absolutely
no rules.
No.
Like we're all in it together, but we're all in it separately. Like, you know, it's all an individual journey, but together. You know,
yeah, like
everything's going to be different. Every single thing. It's your own journey. So I don't have to copy Kristen, you know, I don't have to copy Tanya. Like so many people are like, oh, I need to be doing exactly what they're doing. It's like, no, you have to find your own style. You need to accept yourself and do it your own way because that's the only way to succeed. Yeah.
That's what it is, style.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we all have different end games, but we're doing this all together. I mean, yeah, the way I see my life in 10 years sure isn't the way that you neither of you guys see your lives.
What are you talking about? We're not all moving in together and
yeah,
You're moving your parents in, and I'm moving to like Bali. Okay, so
Right.
But yeah, that's a good point. Like what we're doing now is how we're getting to where we want to be. You know, I think people, especially with network marketing and all of our positive stuff, you know,
Right.
sometimes they don't understand it because they think like that's just our life now. Like we're just these like like little robots copy, you know, like because you do copy, but you have your own twist to it, your style. And well, you look at people that have what you want, and you know, you do what they're doing.
Right. And it's like, I mean, we have our own stories. Like, we all have our own things that we've been through that's impacted us in a positive way. You know, once we turned it to a positive thing. Like, yeah, we suffered from so many things, but we were able to see it as a negative and turn it to a positive, if that makes sense. Because so many people don't know how to do that. And, you know, that makes our stories, and that makes what us relatable to other people. Like, some of these people on this call might not relate to Tanya, but they might relate to you, Kristen. And you know, that's why it's so important to get different perspectives in life. You know, don't just follow your mom and dad. They raised you. They don't know everything. You know, don't just listen to your Aunt Kathy. Like, Kathy doesn't know anything. She's never dealt with that. Like, you know.
Yeah, no, I know. I know.
But yeah.
But yeah, just we're doing this. It's kind of a little hard to explain, I guess. We can probably have another whole other call about what I'm thinking about, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely.
But we're just like we're allowing for everything, you know.
Right.
We're not open-minded. We're not cutting. You know, just so many possibilities, and so many different directions within whatever you know. You know.
And yeah,
You know what?
that would be a great, you know, call for something else, because like there's so many directions and different ways and different, and the connections of people, and just so many different things out there that people don't even know about. Like, they don't even know. So it's like you're in this bubble, and it's like you've lived in, let's just say, Pennsylvania forever, and some people haven't been out of the state. So it's like you have no idea what else is out there, and there's so much out there, and your life can change drastically. But yeah, so I think that's pretty good. I think, you know, we definitely helped the people in some ways. I don't know if you guys want to add anything. I didn't want it to go much longer than 15 minutes. So if there's
You
anything.
have to get on another call here, Ashley. See, work.
I know. I know. 3 minutes I got to.
But I'm gonna hop on too. I probably won't be listen too much, but I'm gonna be there. You know.
Yeah, that's all right. It's all good. But yeah, so is that it, guys?
yeah, I think we're
I think
good.
so.
So, all right. Well, thank you all, everyone who's about to watch this, and will watch the rerun and so on and so forth. Feel free to like, share, comment, and everything. We appreciate you. Yes, we appreciate you. um, and everything. But yeah, follow Glow Up with us, with all of us, and yeah.
We got a good thing going here.
Yeah, we do. All right. Have a good day. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you.